and welcome back to yet another episode of Seeing Red. Today I'm joined by my beautiful companion Stormy. Say hi, Stormy. Hi, Pup. Stormy's hanging out with me today. Today's topic will be on the subject of DNA testing. Whoa, there's a lot of that. We all know how they are in France about it. You can't even file for a DNA test in France because of how many women have slept outside the marriage and produced children that don't belong to the supposed father but belong to someone else. That is a big thing. And in America, fortunately, you can find out who the father is. I mean, there's a lot of red tape to it. I have comprised a bunch of videos today that I want you to see of women just trying to escape accountability and trying to go, so what? It's not your kid, but we still a family. That's not how men think, and it's so messed up. But hey, I don't want to keep you. Please like and subscribe. It's a new channel. Be new with me. Let's hang out together. I would appreciate that. Just give me a like and just a thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing something. And if you have any suggestions, I am all ears. Well, and without further ado, welcome back to Seeing Red. Let's watch some videos.
So how is it possible our 3-year-old baby is not mine?
What do you mean?
What I mean is I had a little suspiciousness about the baby having straight hair, me being very dark, and the babies are very light than you. So son told me before we went ahead and got married, just to make sure everything lined up. And I don't understand, me and you have been together from when I understand every day for the last 3 years. So how is it possible the baby's not mine? Huh?
One thing now, but I don't understand. I got light-skinned people in my family. I told you I have Irish people in my family. This ain't just your genetics, it's mine too.
I agree, but look at the paper. It says I'm not the father. So if I'm not the dad, then who can it possibly be the father? That's why I brought you right here so we could talk one-on-one.
I don't know, because I look, you literally the only person I've been with, so.
Obviously not if the paper says otherwise. It clearly says that I am not the father of our child. Clearly reads that. So who is the other man you was laying with? Might as well be honest now, because see what it says?
I mean, like, this doesn't just make sense. It doesn't make sense.
How does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense, but how is this possible?
Because when I think about it, you're literally the only person I've been with. Like, I never cheated on you.
I understand that. So how's the baby not mine then, if you never cheated on me? How is this possible?
Look, literally, the only person I've been with was you. Besides that, I told you, before I've been with you, I slept in my bus one time, and that was it. Like,
so you telling me that it could be your boss's baby?
I did it with a condom, but the condom did freak.
So
But
now,
I didn't think that pregnancy could come from that. Like, I didn't figure, I went to the doctors. I stay on top of my mic chart. There was no pregnancy when I was checking.
so you realize now that we got to contact your boss so he could be in this baby's life and give him an opportunity to be the father.
So you just want to give another man an opportunity to raise our child?
No, I want to give a man an opportunity to know that he has a child in the world, and our son to know that his biological father is not me. I could be his dad, but I'm not his father, and he needs to know that.
But you've been raising him.
I agree, and I won't stop raising him unless his father, biological father, wants to step up and raise his son, who he hasn't known for 3 years. So we're gonna leave it at that.
Why can't we just take the test and just
Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Why can't we just take that test and throw it in the garbage? No one has to know. We'll just raise it. Forget the fact that I slept with my boss before we met and blamed the whole thing on you and told you it was your kid even though it ain't your kid. Forget I said all of that. Hey, we're still a family. He's your son. We don't really have to tell him that you're not the biological father, and the real father doesn't have to know that he has a kid out in the world. Women, do you see any problem with this? Apparently, a lot of you don't. No man wants to raise a kid that's not his. I get it. You want to keep it all together. But keep it real from Jump Street. Stop lying to these men. Okay? I have a similar story to that I won't get into on this episode, but that long story is coming. Let's watch a few more.
I don't know why you keep on thinking it's not your baby.
Well, because you made him think it wasn't his baby.
Yeah, like,
Let me back up. Let me just back up with you. Did you say to him, jokingly or not, did you say this is not your child?
Yes, I did say it wasn't his child. But I'm always joking around, Karamo. I jokes a
that's
lot.
not, but you don't play like that with me about a child that's supposed to be mine. If he's supposed to be my son, don't joke.
He's just sensitive. He needs to lighten up.
Sensitive, my butt.
I think we all sensitive when it comes to that.
Like, that ain't nothing to play about.
So if you saying the joke is one thing, why not have him sign the birth certificate?
I had a little doubts from my past about him signing it, but he signed it anyway.
So were these doubts about because of his behavior, or
correct.
was it about because of your behavior and who you engage with?
It was...
Exactly. She don't know because she got dealing with too many dudes at one time.
No, I have not dealt with anybody besides him.
Who the daddy is.
No, I dealt with only him.
You can't see what he putting back there.
I only dealt with him.
Okay.
And that's why those shows are so popular, those court shows with the paternity test and all that, because women are doing this so much. It's ridiculous how much this is happening. Being kind of a victim of that myself, I can relate. Being told you're the father of a child, turns out you're not.
Mom, you went and go get a DNA test.
Recording me.
Don't worry about that, Mom. Tell me, no, why did you go get a DNA test on that?
Who? What? What is you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, Mom?
Down first of all,
No.
then I'll talk to you.
No.
Okay,
No,
I will talk to you because I've been talking to you.
No, tell me right now.
I did it. You know that be ain't true. She don't even look like you. She don't look like me. She don't look like
Listen,
your
Mom.
grandmama.
Listen, Mom.
Nobody.
I told you to stay out of my business in the first place when you were talking
You
about
my
it.
baby boy, and this ain't your baby. This
Listen,
ain't no.
listen.
No. Period.
Listen. I was happy with doing.
I'm not gonna take it back. I'm not gonna say sorry because I want my own grandbaby.
I'm
Your
not asking
child.
I'm not asking
That
you
ain't
to
your
say,
child.
I'm not asking you to
Her
say
mama,
sorry.
that you want me to accept this grandbaby? No.
Listen.
I'm not gonna do this. Get
Listen.
that camera out my face.
I love
Get
Natalie.
that camera out my face.
Mom, why you throwing stuff?
Why you
Why you
doing
throwing stuff at me?
this?
Why you throwing
This is
stuff at
not
me?
even necessary. 'Cause you know what?
This to prove that my
you know
mama
what?
won't stay out my business.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay, because guess
All
what?
you had to do is mind your business.
Guess what? I did this for us. Both
For
of
us?
us. We cool now.
No,
This
I
ain't
got-
your baby. I ain't got to buy Pampers. I ain't buy no more pacifier because that...
So now you calling my
Boy,
baby.
I'm sorry, I
So
did
now
not
you gonna
mean
call my
that
baby.
about kids, but they ain't your baby. So stop saying that. Don't play with me. You know what?
Mom, listen.
Give
let
me
me
some
tell you
water.
something.
Give me some
Let me
water
tell
or
you-
something. You making my blood pressure go up. I don't understand this. I told
Listen.
you I did this for us. You my only
Ain't no
son.
us.
You my only son.
Ain't
You
no
think I'm
us.
supposed to have other babies out here that ain't ours?
First off,
These
Mom,
come here.
I love Nala like she mine.
Keep talking.
I love her like she mine.
All right, and
That's what I'm
I
telling
am
you.
the bad mother of the year. So what? That
Yeah.
ain't our baby.
'Cause
What
you-
you think?
you-
Boy, look, I'm always gonna be in your business. You 22. You think you gonna have Doug Goose up in my house?
Oh, my
No,
God.
that ain't
This
our
is what I
baby.
gotta deal with.
I did it.
This is what I deal with.
I did it. So what? It's okay. What you want? You want some breakfast or something?
This is what I deal with.
'Cause
I don't
I'm only
want no
cooking for
breakfast, Mom.
one.
I
I'm
don't
only
want
cooking
no
for
breakfast.
one. I ain't got no grandkids.
I wanna
Look at
know
me.
why-
Look at me. I ain't got no grandkids.
I want to know why
I
you
had
just
to
couldn't.
make sure.
Listen, can I talk now? Can I talk?
Yeah, it's
Why
okay,
you couldn't
boy.
just let good enough be? Like, why you even just had to get in my business?
Son, I love you. I
No, you
really
don't.
do.
Because if you
I
love me,
love you.
you
and
respect
I don't
me.
have money for a grandbaby, okay? So I got to make sure. DNA, she said, girl, I got you. I got to
So,
do
no, hold up.
I
You
did
say-
that because that baby ain't got your nose. That baby ain't got my Chinese
Mom,
eyes.
Mom,
That
you
baby
bought,
don't look
you
like
bought
us.
a box of Pampers
That baby-
and some onesies now,
All the
and
time.
now you do something.
But I babysit. And you know, I ain't got time for that. Look at me. Look at me. Boy, bad, okay? I done missed
So-
3 days.
so you messed my life up 'cause you don't
I done
wanna be a
missed
grandma.
2 days out at
So you telling the world that you messed my life up because you don't want to be a grandma?
I want to be a grandmama. Just give me about 3, 4, 7 more years. And don't give it, I don't want no grandbaby.
So,
okay, not over here. Not over here. Get out my face with that.
I'm not. You did what
get
you
out
want
my
to
face
do.
with that camera,
You did what you want to do.
You get out.
You did what you want to do. I'm doing what I want to do.
Okay. I'm going to make you rent this month around with me.
I don't care
get
nothing
out my
about
face.
that. I don't care nothing about that.
We ain't got no grandbabies. I can go out. I can probably help that baby out there. Yeah. He don't pay the insurance.
Now, why you put my, see, that's your problem. You always put my business out there.
Yes, and everybody
That's
knows.
the problem.
Your auntie Lisa said, girl, get that DNA test. Your auntie Patty said, you better. Okay, don't play with me.
They wouldn't have never known if you ain't been telling them my business. That's your problem. You telling Patty, Aunt Patty, and all of my motherfucking business.
You're my only son.
You ain't gonna have no son when
I want for breakfast, cause I cook it.
How do you unmama some?
That you don't cook. You want me to cook for babies, you, that baby mama. They don't pay no more either. Cause watch.
You
She
sad.
can't come over here. I bet you she can't come over
You
here.
sad, and I see why my dad ain't with you.
You know what?
Huh? You sad, and I see why he ain't with you. How about
see
that?
these
man?
knives over here too. You see, don't play with me.
I see why dad ain't with you.
Why your daddy ain't with me?
Yeah.
Your daddy ain't, okay? Your daddy might not even be your daddy, okay? He's
See what I'm
lucky to
saying?
be with me.
See what I'm saying?
Stop.
Why you ain't gonna get a DNA test?
You know what? Let me
But
go
you in
back.
my
Because, okay, so I'm the DNA swapper.
Whoa,
Yes, call me Mrs. DNA. All
First
right.
off, how
But
you
you
say
ain't
he
getting
might
one.
not even be my daddy, but my dad,
Okay.
I ain't gonna say it.
Everybody, don't play with me. Tell me thank you later. So you might as well do want to argue with you no more. I don't want to do none of that, son. For real, because I love you. I did this
Listen,
for
Mom,
us.
Mom, I'm not thankful or grateful for you being in my business.
I don't want to
Okay?
hear none of that. Because I'm always going to be in your business.
Listen.
I'm your mother.
Listen.
I'm your mama. I'm not going to be. No. I knew that girl was sneaky out here. You know her name floating these streets.
Ain't no.
Boy, you better not play with me. You
confused.
better be
That's
out
your
here
problem.
behaving.
You confused.
No, I'm not
You
confused.
confused.
We have a good family. I raised a good child. Ain't no babies back no.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You crazy, so how you raise a good child?
I'm crazy, but I'm a good crazy, okay? I got your look, you didn't graduate, goddamn, you got that route like I said. Last thing I need to do is get you.
Why
And
you
your
got a problem with my car?
and your time is gonna be limited if you don't turn this car off and stop recording me, and you're gonna apologize,
No.
you're gonna rub my tonight, all of that.
Mom, ain't nobody rubbing your feet.
Yeah, okay.
Don't tell me when I'm gonna bring my child in.
This is my house.
I don't listen. I be here.
Okay.
I be here.
Let my door. I will tell her, get out.
Much. It's ridiculous how much this is happening. Being kind of a victim of that myself, I can relate. Being told you're the father of a child, turns out you're not. There's not a worse feeling in the world, man. To thinking that you're gonna, that your DNA, your essence is gonna go forward in life long after you're gone, only to find out that no, you're just feeding fuel to some other man's child who ain't gonna respect you in the end. If that kid becomes a doctor or a lawyer, you don't get credit for it. You can't sit there at graduation going, "That's my boy. He did that." Nobody ever thanks the nobody ever thanks the stepfather. They don't. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank God. Oh, and I gotta give a shout out to my stepdad. That shit don't happen. I understand that a son or a daughter without a father is.
You're paying child support in the amount of $360 a month.
Yeah.
For a child you still don't know whether it's yours or not.
Exactly. I got served with papers saying I missed my court date and I was a father by default. I work 85, 90 hours every 2 weeks. I bring home on the good check, I might hit 300.
You're working triple shifts.
I'm killing myself.
Trying to make sure you're paying the child
Trying to
support.
find a second job right now. I asked her point blank, am I the father of the child?
Right.
She
And
looked
what did
at
she
me
say?
and
I was
said,
honest.
you're not the father. Real talk, can't make it up. That's what she said, you are not the father. So she gets more money than my son's mother, which my son is on the birth certificate, signed it. That's my blood.
When it comes to 5-year-old Kenya, Mr. Matlock, you not.
I knew it. Don't find your baby daddy. Put somebody else on child support.
And that's why those shows are so popular, those court shows with the paternity test and all that, because women are doing this so much. It's ridiculous how much this is happening. Being kind of a victim of that myself, I can relate. Being told you're the father of a child, turns out you're not. There's not a worse feeling in the world, man. To thinking that you're gonna, that your DNA, your essence is gonna go forward in life long after you're gone, only to find out that no, you're just feeding fuel to some other man's child who ain't gonna respect you in the end. If that kid becomes a doctor or a lawyer, you don't get credit for it. You can't sit there at graduation going, "That's my boy. He did that." Nobody ever thanks the nobody ever thanks the stepfather. They don't. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank God. Oh, and I gotta give a shout out to my stepdad. That shit don't happen. I understand that a son or a daughter without a father is a tragic thing. Lord knows I know this because I come from that. But lying, that ain't the way to make a new family. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, please share a few of these clips. Please give me a like and subscribe. That way you'll know I'm putting up another one because I'm out there with it. All right, and thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.